By the way, you can use a melon baller to do this if you want to. I just lent mine to a neighbor. There. Now, with all the payloads in place, it's time to close. And for that, we're going to need a little glue. It's not exactly what I had in mind, but it's not far off either. Usually, this kind of glue is full of protein from things like horses' hooves. But there's something else that's got a lot of protein in it. An egg. And it makes great glue, but it's kind of hard to apply like this. So we will stir it up with a little bit of water and end up with the protein paint known far and wide as an egg wash. Of course, to apply it, we'll need a tool. I'd like a roller. Your basic foam trim roller available at just about every hardware store. We dip to wet, and then we roll. Once, right down the middle. Once, down the outside. And then once, right down the middle. Doesn't take much. In fact, you want to use as little as possible. Now we fold. Now this is really the most important part of construction because any air that is sealed inside these will expand during cooking, blowing your dumplings to bits. So close thusly. Move your fingers up, starting at the fold side, and go around each little mound of meat, pushing out towards the open side. There. Make sure you get your fingers right up against the meat. There. I usually get 13 or 14 per strip of pasta, and we've got 2 of these per batch. So that's a total of 26 to 28 dumplings per batch. Not a bad deal. Now, to separate these into individual dumplings, we could use a lot of different tools, but I really do prefer my pizza cutter. The best multitasker of all time. Here we go. Pick up each one and kind of inspect it, just in case you've still got an open end, and seal it with your fingers. Odds are very good the action of the pressing and the cutting will take care of things, but you want to be sure, because if you've got any openings, well, there's going to be ugliness. Great. To store, just slide the pan straight into the freezer and leave them alone until they're rock hard, about 3 hours. Then you can bag them and tag them. I think I'm going to eat these. Bring at least half a gallon of water to a boil, along with a teaspoon of kosher salt and a shot of oil. Any oil will do. And do not add oil to the water. Ever. It just floats on top like an oil slick. It doesn't do any good whatsoever. What does... Okay, oil may not do anything for the pasta, but it does reduce the surface tension of the water, and that helps to prevent foam overs. Okay, so once you've got a boil, add the ravioli. But just add a handful, no more than 10 at a time. More than that, and it'll take too long for the boil to recover. Now, since these are rock hard, it's going to take at least 3 minutes to cook. But hey, they're still a convenience food because you don't have to thaw them. How do you know when they're done? That's how, when they float. So why do they float? Because we got most of the air out of the dumplings, but not all of it. As the air trapped inside the filling expands, the ravioli become buoyant. All you got to do is fish them out, let them drain, and then move them into a bowl with just a little bit of oil. That'll prevent sticking. Now, if you haven't considered a service scenario, now would be the time. Oh, sure, you could slather on some thick, nasty tomato sauce, but you'd really be kind of smothering the flavor inside. So try heating a skillet over medium-high heat. Toss in a pat of butter. When the butter melts and foams, yeah, you let it turn brown. It's going to smell a little nutty. Then toss in the ravioli and let them fry, tossing often, just until they start to turn brown around the edges. Add a little sage, very finely shredded, of course, a little bit of pepper. Grab a fork. Now that's good eats. What? Oh, you're not going to buy a pasta machine. Okay, fine. We just have to back up a little bit. If you plan on rolling this out yourself with a pasta machine, you can stop right now. But if you plan to go it alone, you'll need to continue kneading for 8 to 10 minutes to produce gluten, that protein network we're always going on and on about. Now, since kneading is easier when you can use your body weight, I like a little change in altitude. Now, I can really get over it. Could you do this in a stand mixer like we did our pizza dough? Sure, but the thing I really like about pasta is you can do this without dirtying a single bowl. And yes, I'd rather knead than wash. When the dough is smooth and plastic without being dry, kind of like that, then you are ready to wrap and rest in the refrigerator. Rolling and filling hand-rolled pasta isn't fast, but it is easy if you stick to basic round shapes. Okay, now take one batch of dough and cut it into 4 equal pieces. You can use a dough blade or a knife or heck scissors for this if you feel like it. Good. Now just cover 3 of those with plastic, okay, so they don't dry out. And take the one piece and using your childhood Play-Doh skills, roll it out into a nice long snake, okay? It's a lot easier if you use your middle fingers to apply the pressure, okay? Good. Now keep working that on the counter until it's about 1/2 inch thick. Now if it sticks to the counter, just put some flour down. But if you put down too much flour, it'll slide instead of roll. That would be good. All right, now cut that into 1 inch pieces, okay? It's kind of like making gnocchi, only we're not really making gnocchi. Good. Good. Okay, now just shove all of those over to one side there. And take that one and roll it into a ball. Right, it's kind of like making a marble. There you go. Good. That's enough. All right, now mash it flat. Good. Now we're kind of making the blank that we're going to roll the shape out of. So put down a little bit of flour, not too much. Okay. There. Now I'm going to roll that out. Oh, whoa, wait a second. That's kind of overkill there. It's like rolling over a frog with a steamroller. What we need here is a wooden dowel, let's say 6 to 8 inches long, 1/2 inch thick. Yeah, what you got? Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Okay. Now, try to roll with the pressure directly over the disc, okay? And turn it 90 degrees. Roll again. Good, good. Up, see? You didn't have enough flour. Okay. Flip it over and repeat. Good, good. And twist it another 90 degrees. You turned it over. I didn't tell you to... Oh, it's no big deal. Okay. Now, you don't want it thicker than about a nickel, okay? Because when we fold it over, it's going to get twice as thick, right? So... Good. That looks good. Now, you could leave it alone, kind of go with the rustic style, but I like to cut mine with a cutter, nice round shape. Good. You can use a biscuit cutter or cookie cutter, whatever. That's a nice round. Good. Okay, you're going to need some filling. You got your filling ready? I like to stay traditional with this and just make a ricotta spinach filling. You're going to need a 1/2 cup of ricotta cheese. Now, you can get that at the dairy section of your local Mega Mart. It's a lot like cottage cheese, only it's got a finer grain and it's much drier, which is important for this. You'll need to add to that 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan cheese, 2 tablespoons of frozen spinach that's been thawed and thoroughly drained, 1 egg, a few grinds of black pepper, and just a little bit of freshly grated nutmeg. Please, not the stuff out of the can, okay? And just mix that together and get ready to fill. Yeah, that looks right. That's good. Whoa. That's way too much. Okay, it's gonna blow up all over the place. We need a smaller spoon. You got like a 1/4 teaspoon? Yeah, that'll work. Okay, just a little bitty scoop. Very little bit. You're right in the middle. Good, little dollop. You really do need to practice this. Okay, it's really important that the spinach be dry. Can't emphasize that enough. Now, you're going to need some egg wash to to glue that closed. You just put it on 1/2, okay? Because egg wash sticks to dough, not to more egg wash. Okay, roll it over. Good. And be really careful to squish that edge. You want to get the air worked out of the dumpling. Good, good. Now put that over the back of your index finger. Good, good. And kind of push the lip up. There. And then close it on the other side. Hey, you made tortellini. Nice trick. You can cook them or you can freeze them. Well, I hope we've given you the confidence to try your hand at a food which knows no borders, filled dumplings. Our journey may have begun here, the crossroads of Asian Arabian influence. But hey, after you master the basics, you'll be ready to punch out some pierogi, crimp some crepe block, or fold your way through the edible origami of pot stickers. Believe me, no matter where you go on that map, you're going to land on some good eats.